world record bid is in to buy Manchester United from Sheikh Jassim from Qatar. We're going to delve into this in much more detail. A decision from the Glazers about the future of Manchester United is expected in the coming days. Will it be minority investment, or will the club be sold in its entirety in terms of its Class B shares for full control of the club and the football operation? We're going to delve into that and much, much more. Exciting, but now biting times for Manchester United fans, as the reign of the Glazers could be coming to an end and Man United could be about to springboard themselves back to the top of the elite end of the spectrum. Let's go. As per Fabrizio Romano here, that Sheikh Jassim has submitted his final bid for Manchester United. In addition to the figure to buy the club, the Qataris' proposal also includes a plan to invest a further significant amount of additional capital and infrastructure investment into the club directly. This includes removing all debt, which saves Manchester United tens of millions of pounds a year in interest payments. On average, 50 to 60 million a year has been spent for nearly 2 decades on this debt that the Glazers lumbered upon the football club. Also, improving the training ground facilities had not been upgraded for the best part of 2 decades, and expanding Old Trafford, already the biggest club stadium in England, but plans to take it well beyond the 80,000 pound capacity. Some say as high as 100,000 potentially, generating millions of pounds a week more revenue for the football club. And of course, ensuring that football people are in the right positions. The story here on, that's from Fabrizio Romano, the story here on One Football today says sources have informed our journalist that Sheikh Jassim's final bid clears the 5 billion record takeover for a sports team or franchise. According to Chris Winterburn, he says here, whilst bids are closed and nobody knows the exact amount, and we'll get onto that in a minute, the word is that the state of Qatar funded bid is close to 7 billion US dollars, which is around 5.6 billion pounds, shy of the 6 billion pounds, British sterling pounds, that many of the outlets have been speaking about. But remember this now, as much as Qatar are informing certain media outlets that they're confident, that they are interested, that they have bid, etc., the same as the Rain Group, who are the bank running this bidding process, have told people and media certain bits of information. The actual amount that the club, that the Glazers want, and the actual amount that is being bid has never been foreclosed to a single journalist or industry professional, because it would go against the NDAs that everybody has signed. If, for instance, Rain Group or the Glazers went, oh, the Qataris just bid 5.6 billion and revealed the exact amount, there will be massive financial and legal implications. So ignore the total amounts to a certain degree. There'll be ballpark figures, but nobody will know the exact amount at this moment in time. But what we do know, what the Qataris have told us, it's a world record bid. No sports club or franchise has ever had a bid as high as this. Go in for it. Are we surprised though? No. Man United, the biggest, one of the biggest sports clubs, brands, franchises, whatever you want to refer to it, depending on what part of the world you're from, in the world. But what does this look like for Man United fans? Well, according here to James Ducker of the Telegraph, the Glazer family will decide whether to sell Man United over the coming days. And I think for a lot of United fans, as we go into May, the business end of the season, understanding exactly what's going to go on, exactly what's going to happen is going to be key. Will they take a minority investment, and what does that look like? Does that look like 4, 5, 600 million pounds to improve stadia, and training facilities? Will they reduce the debt, meaning less interest payments, freeing up more money for transfers because United are sailing very close to FFP limits because of the failed projects of the past? Or excuse me, still got this, still trying to get rid of this chest infection. It's almost gone now. I apologize, but we don't edit on the football terrace. That's why it's left in. Or will it be a a majority purchase? Remember, no one's going to get 100% of the club because a lot of the stocks and shares are on the stock market. And at the moment, there is no signs that the Class A shares, which are predominantly sold on the stock market, will be purchased within this initial agreement. However, it will be a majority share. They'll hold the B share rights, voting rights to control the club. Will it be Sheikh Kassim? Will it be Sir Jim Ratcliffe? And when they come in, what does this look like for Man United as a football club? Well, it looks like this. Nobody, in my opinion, is going to spend this amount of money and not try and make Manchester United the best football club in the world. Even if you're buying United to make more money in the future, you're only going to get a return on this world record bid, this world record purchase, if we start winning major trophies, if we start dining again on the complete elite end of the spectrum, sitting on the top table. That means winning Premier Leagues, winning and challenging for Champions League, being a sports brand, being a sports club, being a sports franchise. And I'm using all the different words that different people from different parts of the world will equate to and understand, will only maintain and increase the valuation so they can make money if we are successful and a brand that people want to be associated with commercially, a club that sponsors want to get involved with. This isn't like the Glazers who spent £0 buying the club and are selling it for 5+ billion. They are buying it for 5+ billion. I want the Qatari owners to come in simply because, though, I don't think there's any element of them that's looking to make profit off the club in the future. They want to. Sheikh Kassim is a lifelong Man United fan. He wants to get the club back to the very top. He's willing to pump billions of pounds into the infrastructure, the Manchester as a local area, improving infrastructure, very much in the same way that Sheikh Mansour has done. There's talk already about buying satellite clubs around the world, very much like what Man City have done. And Man United used to have brilliant affiliate clubs in the past. That's all kind of fallen away over the last 17 years, and Man United want to go back to that. But of course, what it really is about is increasing those standards, letting the players know that we are here and we are serious. Just look at Newcastle. They haven't even improved all the infrastructure yet, but look at the difference within 18 months because the players at the club know this is real business now. This isn't, it's okay to lose. This isn't an owner that's, drunk half the time that doesn't really care. That's a Newcastle example. I'm not suggesting that the Glazers are drunk half the time. I'm talking about Mike Ashley. That new standard will transmit itself onto the football pitch. Man United will become a completely different animal with new, serious owners who are willing to invest in the right areas. And when I say the right areas, I'm not even talking about buying players. We can do that now. I'm talking about the right people running the club, the right investment into the right people to ensure that we are putting football decisions first and not commercial decisions. Commercial revenues will come if we are successful on that football pitch. And if we do that, Man United's takeover will be a successful one. There will likely be teething problems in the beginning. There will likely be issues that will need to be addressed. There always is with takeovers. But I believe that with the Qataris coming in, if they are, if we're lucky enough, not if they're lucky enough, if we're lucky enough to land them, Man United will, under their leadership, get back to the very, very top, will compete with Manchester City again on a regular basis and become a top dog in Europe on a competitive sense again, not just in name only. Rivals, there'll be kickback on this. They'll be telling us it will fail. This is what you'll get. You spent money anyway. Yes, but it was the wrong people with no football knowledge building the project and spending the money. That's the only way this goes wrong with the Qataris. If we have unqualified people making the football decisions, because anyone would fail doing that. If you buy a restaurant tomorrow and the restaurant manager and the chef have no experience of running a restaurant, you're going to foul, even if you're a billionaire. It's going to foul. But you go and bring one of the best restaurant managers, one of the best chefs in the world, you go and get great waiters and waitresses, You're going to make a successful restaurant. It's not difficult to do if you hire the right people. So I'm very, very confident if we're lucky enough to have them come in, Man United will be back dining upon that top table. It's an exciting time to be a Man United fan. Been saying for weeks, calm down. Let's wait and see what happens. If it goes wrong and it's only minority investment, then we know what we have to do. Every Man United fan on planet Earth boycotts the club, pulls their money away, and we sink the ship. We have got the power as fans. And if you're a Man United fan that continues to pump your money in if the Glazers stay, that's fine. That's your right. But just don't moan about it if you are a Glazer, if you are a contributor. It's as simple as that. So I'm relaxed. Either way, I'm relaxed. We'll get our answers in the next couple of days. But that world record bid is in. And as I've stated already, these individuals are serious from Qatar. I'm not suggesting Sir Jim isn't, but I just think these individuals, their bid is the best. Massive purchase, debt cleared, new stadium or rejuvenation of Old Trafford, new training facilities, and their pledge to get Man United back to the very top. That is what I want to see happen. But I do want your thoughts and I want your feelings in the comments section below. Make sure you're downloading that One Football app. Really important to the terrace. But as you can tell by my demeanor, very excited about this massive, massive news. World record bid in. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon. Peace.